Hello and welcome. This is Kishkisan, and today I'll be talking about a new deck I made, which I call Moon. It is a mid-range orange-purple deck that plays enchantments like Guardian Plateau and Arena for the value. Um, and these enchantments also serve as win conditions. So the deck is has a lot of stuff that synergize with these two enchantments. So we have the desert package for the Mordicor, and Mordicor itself uh, gets the insanely powerful demise when it dies on a desert enchantment. And Guardian Plateau is also a desert enchantment. So we were able to support Mordicor very nicely here, especially since Mordicor is really one of the most powerful payoffs for playing deserts. And so that's one way we have synergies with the Guardian Plateau. And on the other hand, the White Moon Arena has a small synergy with Moon in the Water, but it's very slow synergy, which we can't usually rely on. But White Moon Arena can really works well with overstated minions like Serendipity Ifrit. Playing Serendipity Ifrit, which the opponent usually cannot remove on 3, and then following up with a White Moon Arena is one of the strongest things we can do in this deck, and it allows us to increase the to gain the arena buff and make the Ifrit something that the opponent really has to kill, and that's for the early game buffing for the White Moon Arena, and then afterwards when we get the arena reasonably buffed, we can set it up next to a Guardian Plateau, and the tokens that are spawned from the Guardian Plateau are we can use them with the White Moon Arena. They get the White Moon Arena buff, as well as we can use them to either to go face um, or to kill minions from across the board. So we only need to kill 3 minions with the White Moon Arena to make it as strong as the Giant Stairway. So that will be one of our main priorities in the game, to set up the White Moon Arena early and get and get it buffed, so that we can really push the advantage of the early game into the late game and take the game. So these are some of the synergies here, and Recruit is very nice as it's cheap and it fits on the Guardian Plateau. As well, the Dark Passenger is very nice with the Racer. It's one of the strongest combos in Orange Purple. And the Metamorphosis is very nice with the White Moon Arena, as it can kill. We can use it on a minion that's big, maybe a Tarragon or an Arquebus, and then say use the White Moon Arena to kill that minion and buff the arena. There's also the Gamma Senin, which is very nice here, especially with the 5 Spirit Gate, because the Gamma Senin just comes back to hand, so we can keep getting stuff back from the Boneyard with the Gamma Senin, and well, we can get anything from the Boneyard except Armageddon Angel. But it's really not that big of a deal that we can get back Angel. We can definitely try to fit in a perfect grade here to try and get back Angel, but I found that it's very tough to play perfect grades in general, and I'd rather keep my curve low and try to swarm the board to prevent playing into a lot of the stuff that the enemy can do, like the 7 Ring Ritual or stuff like that. So yeah, these are very interesting combos, and the deck is really a lot of fun to play. And is there anything I forgot here? Yeah, the Night Market here is nice because of the again for the Divine Compass, and and yeah, let's go over a few games of this deck, and I hope you enjoy them. So the first game here is against Rune, and he's playing mono orange zealots, And we don't get best starts. We don't have a one drop or a two drop, and Rune just fills the board early, and it looks like this is going to be a very tough game for us to win. And yeah, this is not a board state that we would like to see early, as we don't really have an easy way to deal with it. So I just forced Rune to be mana inefficient by forcing him to use his power early, so that he wouldn't be able to keep developing the board and swarming me. So I could have kept the Ifrit here to prevent him from trading, but he would just ignore the Ifrit and develop the other side of the board, and I didn't want that to happen. I wanted him to use his mana inefficiently. So this is what happened, and he could have played the parser regulars instead of this. So this is clearly a better an easier thing to deal with. And again, the same concept is done here. I play the parry to block the 2-1, and the idea really is to force Rune again to infuse, but he doesn't, and he goes wide, which I think is definitely the correct play. And yeah, this is looking very dicey for us here. But the Metamorphosis is really nice against this card, as it's really insane. And we just try to block, as the deck that Rune is playing has a lot of burst from Parsa Clarion and the the Zergian Sympathizer. So we need really to keep blocking all the Zealots and as much as we can. And we mutton the sign because this deck doesn't really have any other way to deal with the sign. As Racer is our primary removal, and we don't care much about blocking the Electric Sheep as it's not a zealot, so it can't really hit us for more than one, most likely. And and here we're just trying to soak up as much damage as possible. And maybe the argument could be made here for playing Gamma Senin, but I felt that Rune is gonna just lie in it and kill it, and I would lose one of my strongest minions in this deck. And I thought a parry here could do the same job, even though it's a bit risky since it allows him to push some damage. But the nice thing is that the parry here finds the Armageddon Angel, which I put on the top of the my deck, and Rune invests a bit into the board, which gives me a nice Armageddon Angel here, and he also has an Armageddon Angel, so this is gonna be a nice game. And Rune just goes replies with the Armageddon Angel, his Armageddon Angel, and all I'm thinking about at this point is just to block as many lanes as possible and to find at least some of my stuff so that I can actually try to win, even though it looks very difficult to win at this position. And that ready for anything on the ghoul is going to make it very difficult to kill it. So this turn, so I just prioritize killing the angel and play the Gamma Senin, and knowing that there is 2 damage that I can't prevent here, but there's nothing you can do about it. And let's just hope that Rune doesn't have a way to come with a Barca Clarion with a lot of zealots or rebels or whatever. And thankfully he doesn't. He just infuses. And I think Rune should have played some of the stuff he has in hand. Yeah, he played the Trickster, but it doesn't matter much since I don't really care about this on the Senin, as he just comes back to hand, and I wanted to kill that anyway. Yeah, I was expecting this to get sealed, and it's going to get sealed, and it's nice that this got sealed instead of the Gamma Senin, really, even though I take 2 more damage here, and I'm at a very low life total. But it just shows that Gamma Senin is really nice for these grindy games, and this is the synergy that I was talking about with the Gamma Senin and the 5 Spirit Gate. And the Gamma Senin is just gonna keep recurring stuff that died all game, and I'm also prioritizing blocking. Completely blocking any minion he plays so that he doesn't sneak in any damage through. I was not risking him playing something like something a second seal or something. That would really be bad for me. But I'm forcing him to keep trading, which is nice for me, and it's not very good for him as he doesn't want to keep trading. And this is an interesting play that I made here. Maybe it wasn't necessary, but I didn't think that I really needed two Guardian plateaus on the board, and I would rather take the value that I get from the 5 Spirit Gate and develop the Gamma Senin as well as play the Recruit and get something back. I thought that would make a very strong swing turn, if I may say so. And yeah, this is the damage that I'm speaking of. Rune just this deck just has a ton of damage. This if I hadn't blocked this way, this would have easily been the end of the game. So the trickster is really hurtful here, and we don't really have a way to play around it. So we just accept that something is gonna we're gonna have to double trade into it, which really sucks, but there's nothing we can do here. And we keep in mind that this is ephemeral, so it needs to it does we don't play it on the Guardian plateau and play the Recruit on the Guardian plateau, and again with blocking all the lanes. And this is a very scary turn for me because um, it doesn't really look like I have a good way to deal with it, and one of these two minions has the right trickster effect on it. So again, we're forced to make very bad trades, and we're feeding his Colosseum, and he's drawing a lot more cards than us. But we're trying to be as we're trying to be as we're trying to use our value as best as we can, even though it forced us to double trade into stuff. But we're slowly getting there. We've dealt about 10 damage since then, and we're still at 2. We're still able to block all the lanes thanks to the tokens from the Guardian Plateau. And here we got the White Moon Arena, which will allow us to use this Gamma Senin a lot more effectively now when we put the arena uh, under him, and we can just deal with stuff all over the board with that arena now. And we prioritize killing the Parsaclarian as this is the source of Burst and Runes deck. And this the Gamma Sen just comes back to hand, and I keep playing stuff again. And at this point, it's very hard for Rune to win now, since yeah, I think we can already find lethal here, and we do find lethal from this draw with drawing the eraser here, and that's game here. We have 7 damage on boards, and this is a bit of like styling that I did, which is really unnecessary. But we're friends with Rune really, and we do this to each other all the time. And it was a really nice game. I think this game just showed a lot of the synergies in this deck, even though we played the White Moon Arena late. It just showcased that Gamma Sen just got us so much value here. And yeah, and this is a game which shows the deck when it's under pressure. And the next game is a bit different. It's a game that I won, and it was a bit more for fun. I wasn't really being serious, even though we won. I don't think the opponent was playing a serious deck either. I think he was also playing a White Moon Arena deck. So it's the game against Jalapal, and yeah, he was playing a White Moon Arena deck, but with yellow. And so it will be interesting to see how these decks face against each other. He plays a lot of similar ideas with the Gamma Senin and the White Moon Arena, but with a lot more top end than we do. And yeah, so we managed to set up the desert early, but I'm really doing this for the draw, and we're gonna have an issue with the red cliffs because how it denies our racers. So I just decide to play this in this area to prevent him from sticking anything big on it. And and yeah, Jalapo we find our arena here, which is really nice, and we'll be able to do a lot of neat plays here. And this replacing the middle enchantment here gives us 2 mana back, so we're able to play the right trickster as well, which is very nice. So we were able here to just keep ramping the arena buff, and it's now a +1/+1. And at this point, we really have to kill this. We have no other option, and just develop something else for the arena. And here I choose to go with the desert engine. And yeah, the twins here are very sad to see, but the arena allows us to kill that twin, and we chump block the other twin. And having this is an interesting positioning here because we guarantee that this minion sticks, so that when this minion dies, we can impel the other one over and use the arena to kill something else. This is a very interesting combo, and I decided to move his enchantment away so that he would have a hard time contesting my arena that's getting really buffed, and he would need to have this occupied by something to prevent my racers from doing damage to his minions. So this is going to be a very tricky situation for him, and he decides to block like that. And I killed the minion occupying the red cliffs anyway, as it will allow me to just racer here. And we do exactly that here, and we have Dark Passenger in hand, and the Guardian Plateau, and the Moon in the Water, and the Night Market, and we're ready to go for a long game if necessary. And the opponent gets his value online, and the nice thing about Coxinger really is that the ability to deal 8 damage on Art of Anime artifact is really strong, as it can just destroy some artifacts very nicely. And here I go for the greedy play of just playing the Moon in the Water and making sure the Coxinger dies in it, and I tank 3 phase damage. That was a really greedy play. I wouldn't have done otherwise if I was playing a bit more seriously. But I really wanted to have fun with Moon in the Water in this game. And the opponent just develops his second Olama ring, and I get very lucky top decking the second the Coxinger again, which was very lucky here. And again, I use the target the enchantment with 8 damage, and this is interesting because we can play something on the Soma Oasis and then impel it, and it would retain the immortality for the turn. And yeah, so we can just keep killing that, and because the Singer is now warded, it doesn't take damage. So we do exactly that. It just buffs. It just buffs the arena, and the arena now is at +4/+4. So that's stronger than a giant stairway. And the opponent really doesn't have a way to deal with a warded 11/11 minion. And yeah, we just keep doing the same thing. And this turn, I think I misplayed. It was a really bad misplay. Really, really terrible misplay because I forget that the Profane Locus actually gives Ephemeral. So I use the arena to kill that, and then I trade here, which kills it. And since the Coxinga is now Ephemeral, it doesn't get shuffled back into my deck. It dies, which really sucked. Yeah, that was a really bad misplay on my part. But we still have a 9/6, so we're really in a very good position here. But we still have the Moon in the Water, and we can just keep sacking stuff if we think they might die, and we just keep we're not valuing the opponent here at this point. And the opponent just doesn't have anything to play other than the Gamma Sanian. And yeah, that was a very good misanthropy for us. And we use the racer here to get it back as a 4/3. Wasn't really necessary, as well as the a tempo Mardi, and we burned, and the Profane Locus just destroyed our Angel, which would normally be really bad for us. But since the opponent isn't really putting a lot of pressure on us, it didn't really matter. And that arena gives us +6/+6 right now. So whatever we put on it is gonna be getting +6/+6, which is a lot of stats to be putting on a minion. Now we got the second arena, and we can just keep buffing it as well. And the only problem with this hand is that we're really low, a bit low on minions. Well, it doesn't really matter when you have an 11/6 on a board and a 3/2, and that's also growing. And we're just able to that 1/1 can impel over to the White Moon Arena, and it becomes an 8/8. So this just shows that we're really so far ahead that this 1/1 is easily becoming an 8/8. And the opponent is really just playing a waiting game here. We're just buffing the arena enough to be able to just swing in for the final burst of damage. And yeah, that would have normally been very scary for us to deal with, but thanks to the arenas, it doesn't really matter. The alpha strike doesn't really matter, and we even buffed this arena as well in the process, and it's really looking really nice for us here. We have an 11/9, a 5/2, a 5/6. This is an insane board already, and the opponent really cannot deal with it because well he has to misanthropy this board, and then we're getting it back again because these buffs are just the tokens that we're gonna play are gonna get buffed again, and we also have the powerful ramen to keep impelling the tokens on the arenas, and the 11/9 doesn't even die here. We can even use it to buff a little bit more, as well as the gamma senin. So yeah, this is just getting ridiculous at this point. I choose to try and break the model of duality, but I could have gotten greedy and tried to increase the buff on the arena there. And yeah, and here we just impel, and we can swing in for how much damage? We can swing in for 11 damage. So yeah, it's really insane how arena just gets completely out of hand when it's buffed enough. The opponent just cannot deal with it, regardless of what he can do here. And I think that's lethal here. Yeah. So yeah, this game just this is a game that just showed a lot of the synergies that I didn't show in the previous game. It was a fun game, and it's a really fun deck, and it's actually a lot of fun to play, and it has a learning curve for it. It's not easy to play, and yeah, there are a lot of there are a lot of things that ways that you can build the deck differently. For example, I don't play healing with the Sword Saints, and you can try fitting these in. I don't play hard removal like Seal, and you can definitely try fitting that in. But I feel this build fits my playstyle a lot. And yeah, if you have any questions about the deck, feel free to direct message me on Discord or whatever. And thank you for watching. And please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll hope to see you in my next video.